and I feel honored to get to witness even a small part of their journey.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me back my child. I can't thank you enough.
The difference in our household is unbelievable. Thank you.
You've been amazing. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you for helping me.
So, in a nutshell, that's who ChildSafe is. We provide therapy to the victims of childhood trauma that results from abuse and neglect. We provide all kinds of therapy, individual one-on-one talk therapy, family therapy, group therapy. We have many, many groups available. It's important for our clients to understand they're not the only one. In fact, we have a middle school boys group, and we hear from kids all the time that you know, they don't feel like a weirdo now because I'm not the only one. We provide play therapy, art therapy. We have a therapy dog named Chester, who is everybody's pride and joy. He every morning when he comes in, he runs from office to office to see who's in and what they might have to eat in their waste baskets. We do neurofeedback, which is essentially like an EEG for your brain. It helps clients learn how to regulate their response to scary situations. We do EMDR. We do all kinds of complementary therapies. We have one therapist who is a certified yoga teacher, and she leads online yoga classes for her clients, you know, to learn how to relax and take a breath. We have another therapist who's doing acupressure, teaching people how to do acupressure therapy. We have little kits available. And our most recent addition is called reunification therapy, where a child has detached from a parent because of their traumatic experiences. We work to help reunite those family members. And we're having a lot of great success in doing that. We offer free parenting classes, and not just for our clients, we open them up to the community. So today I have an email going out to every executive director who works with families to say that we have this complimentary parenting class available to your clients. We do training with first responders, guidance counselors, social workers, medical professionals to help them understand trauma-informed approaches and working with individuals. The demand for our services, now this is our 35th anniversary year. We've been doing this for 35 years, which is just mind-boggling. The demand for our services has more than doubled in the past 10 years. At the end of 2020, we delivered services to 18% more clients in 2020 than we did in 2019. So as everybody is telling you, oh, you know, kids are sheltering in place in their home and they're not getting the help they need. We had to hire 3 new therapists to keep up with demand. We were being overwhelmed by the need to help the clients that we onboarded last year. One of the things I'd like to share with people, it's not one of those things you hear very often, but the reason our work is so important is that we really have the opportunity to change the complexion of our community by making sure childhood trauma has been addressed effectively. The Center for Disease Control Treatment point to childhood trauma as the root cause for so many of the issues that our communities attempt to address, they attempt to keep up with. Teen suicide, self-harm, depression, homelessness, domestic violence, sexual violence, and most recently they determined chronic unemployment has its roots in childhood trauma, which makes sense if you think about it. People can't form or sustain relationships, so they frequently leave jobs or in situations where they're no longer welcome in their job. So today, April 1st, is the first day of Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month across the country. Mayor Troxel has declared it Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month in Fort Collins, and it has recognized an awareness program we're launching today that you're going to be the first to know about. It's going to be a year-long campaign, and we're doing it in recognition of our 35th anniversary. We felt very strongly that we needed to give the community more tools to be more responsive to children who are being hurt. And so today we are launching the Make It Stop Colorado campaign. I'm going to take you over to our new website. Can you guys see that?
I think we're good. Take it away.
Excellent. So Make It Stop is a dedicated website with tools and information people need if they're worried about a child in their life. And yes, you're reading it correctly. The extension is .co as in Colorado, not com as in com. This has been our labor of love for the last couple of months to make sure that we get it right. So essentially, we're providing the tools that you need to prevent, recognize, and report your suspicions that a child is being hurt or neglected or abused. And just as an example, I'll click on first I'll scroll down so you can see more about our mission, why we're doing this, and how we can prevent, recognize, and report it. We have tools presented in such a way that we're hoping that people will recognize their specific circumstance or somebody who's crossed their path. So we have all types of external tools, things that you can use to talk to a child to keep them safe as they mature. And the kinds of things you should be talking to your child about if you suspect someone has hurt them, the way to initiate that conversation and the kinds of things to ask. So as you're looking through the website, you'll find all kinds of, as I said, all kinds of tools. The information that we've provided comes from a variety of different sources, including our own therapists. So we've identified the behaviors you may see in children by age, and we have it identified by specific age group, or the things you might start to recognize in very, very young children, or in teens, in adolescents, probably the hardest group to identify if they don't come to you to tell you. We're going to be adding a category to this particular section, and it's going to be a category for adults. There are many, many, many adults in our communities who have silently struggled with their childhood trauma. They've never addressed it. We work with individuals from the age of about 2 years old, and right now our oldest client has been 93 years old. A woman came to us after realizing that she's been holding in a lot of hurt for a lot of years, and essentially told us, after talking to her doctor, she's decided that she wanted to feel better, that she knew she didn't have many more years ahead of her, but she wanted the years she had left to be happy ones for her family, for her children and grandchildren, and now great-grandchildren. So yeah, childhood trauma isn't something that just goes away. It's something that needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed holistically and comprehensively. And so it's we're kind of excited to get this information out to the community. We talk about what to look for in an adult sexual offender, the kinds of behaviors. We talk about what grooming looks like. You're hearing a lot about children being groomed online. And so we identify that as well. In our report section, we probably have some of the most important information we can offer to the community. One of the biggest barriers to reporting or trying to help a child is the fear of being wrong. You know, what if I call the sheriff because I suspect something is going on. This child seems withdrawn and sullen, and there's a lot of anger in this house, and I'm really worried about this child. What if I'm wrong? Well, as you scroll through this resource, you'll learn nothing happens if you're wrong. That every law enforcement agency in this country is grateful to anyone who has them check up into a situation, whether you're right, whether you're wrong. We're always taking a better safe than sorry approach when it comes to children. And the people that you report to law enforcement will never know you made that report. That's not something they disclose. That's something that would only come up if a case went to court and you were subpoenaed as somebody who witnessed something. But in the whole reporting scheme of things, it's not something that anyone will ever know. And we want people to be aware that you need to be safe and not sorry. If you suspect something, chances are there's something to worry about. Probably one of the most important pieces of the whole website is this Get Help tab. That's not opening up for me. Maybe the traffic is just so heavy today. But in it, we have an exhaustive continuum of care presentation. And we're very excited about it. I might have to blow it up well, this is live, this is real time, so I can show you. But essentially what we do is we take the reader through every possible stop along a family's journey. If there has been childhood trauma in their family, where to report or who to call for help. So we have the various 24/7 hotlines, all the police departments, all the child protection service agencies, all the Department of Health and Human Services, all the sheriff's departments. And we have them listed from southern Wyoming. So Albany and Laramie counties are in there, all the way down to Boulder County, because our footprint is massive. We currently have a client about an hour north of Cheyenne, and we have another client on the southern edge of Longmont. We see clients into the mountains, all of Jackson County, and a little bit of the western slope, and well beyond Weld County to the into the plains. So our footprint is massive, and then that's why we're providing resources for the footprint so people know what to do. On the second tab of the wheel, if you are experiencing domestic violence, or if you're going to have a housing emergency, if you need to get out of your house, who to call, what to do, who to contact if you need some court-related help or investigative assistance, all of the entities in Northern Colorado available to help. Treatment, parenting resources, homelessness help. If you're housing insecure, we have people who can help you. All the training resources, and then all of the ongoing support available to families with children who may need help. And we're presenting it in this particular format because it is a continuum. It really never ends. At some point of your life, if your child has experienced childhood trauma, or if there's something that your family has had to address, you can start where you are in your journey. You can pick up and move on and go to a next category, the last category, or provide information to individuals who are just suspecting something is wrong. So we've tried to do a really exhaustive approach. What's really cool about this continuum, as if this mountain of information isn't cool enough, this continuum is hyperlinked. So any name on this continuum can be clicked to where you'll be taken to, let's see. Like I said, yikes. You'll be taken directly, well, maybe when it's live on your screen right now, it's not on mine. And again, I hope it's because we're overwhelmed, but you can click on any name on this screen and be taken directly to the website to understand where to get help. And so we're trying to make it as simple as possible for people to do what they need to do. If it's to help somebody in their life that they're worried about, if it's for your own child, if it's for yourself, all of the resources are at your fingertips. So again, today's the first day. We're launching today. The website is the cornerstone, but this awareness campaign has billboards, radio and television PSAs. We have an outreach campaign for school systems and physician offices and churches that's comprised of posters and referral cards to get people to the place they need to get the information. So we've tried to take a fairly, again, exhaustive approach to who else needs to know, who else needs to know. So hopefully you'll be hearing more about it and seeing us everywhere. But this is going to be our focus for the next year, to really raise the bar on awareness. We'd like Northern Colorado to be bold when it comes to protecting children, and hope that that you're prepared to do whatever it takes to make that happen. I would love to entertain any questions. If you guys have anything that you would like to know.
Hey,
I
guys.
just want to say thank you for what you guys are doing. It's the building blocks of society, and what happens with little people is obviously it determines everything. And I just can't thank you enough for what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
As questions come up, guys, go ahead and throw it to the chat so we avoid talking over each other. If you have a shout out, go ahead and shout it out, though. I mean, we love kind of encouraging each other. And I'll kind of start working through those questions. So I have a question from Francis is, do you have volunteer opportunities or needs? Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yes, we do, constantly. We provide childcare when families are participating in a family session or in a parenting class. And the volunteers we train to work with children of various ages, and it's not as intense as you might think. You're usually with the siblings of the clients, and we also have various administrative types of jobs for volunteers to do. We have a tiny crew of people who come in every Friday afternoon to deep clean our playrooms to make sure that they're sparkling clean. Right now, I'm looking for people with green thumbs to help us with our outdoor spaces. We have a beautiful back deck that overlooks Spring Creek, and we're getting ready to do our planter boxes. And in the front of the building, last summer, we planted some daisy beds because kids love daisies. And so, in August and September, everybody who comes in and out of our building is wearing a daisy crown or a daisy chain around their neck. But we have some gardening needs, and we have some special project needs, notably for special events. We're always looking for volunteers to help with some of our big special events. And our first one of the year is going to be the last Friday of June at the CSU Stadium. So we're pretty excited about that. But yes, we have lots and lots of volunteer needs. And my contact information is in the chat. If you'd like to send me an email or give me a call, I'd be more than happy to introduce you to some of those opportunities.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great question, Francis. Good question from Nate. I think this is I was kind of thinking the same thing, Nate, is so Carol, can you expand on how ChildSafe takes care of their employees for their wellness? I know this is kind of a heavy topic and an emotional topic. Can you expand on that?
Absolutely. We have all kinds of little tiny programs in place right now. Every month, our staff gets a little stipend for personal wellness. And when we shut down a year ago in March, I included gardening to be a part of your personal wellness plan. but everyone gets that little stipend every month. Some people apply it to gym membership, some people apply it to massage therapy, et cetera, et cetera. So we have, you know, everybody's definition of what wellness looks like for them. We have a robust benefits program that includes an EAP and docs on call who provide extended services that you may not see for a doc on call, a standard program. We celebrate like crazy here. We celebrate birthdays. So, you know, lots and lots of birthday cake under this building. We also celebrate once a week, except, you know, we're hoping to start picking it up. I'm serving lunch today, but once a week, usually on Wednesdays, a staff member will prepare lunch for everyone in the building. And it's actually pretty cool because, you know, people, you know, drag out their family recipes, et cetera. So we have also, and I say today, I'm doing it today because I'm serving a home opener stadium lunch of dogs and brats and Cracker Jack and, you know, root beer, ginger ale, stuff like that. So, you know, just ballpark food to say, oh my gosh, baseball starts today. We also have lots of in-service training, lots of wellness opportunities. We've just had a block of, oh gosh, I'm not going to get this right. It's a flotation, a 1 hour flotation session and a salination thing, tub or whatever. It's supposed to be very, very relaxing. So we look for opportunities to provide all kinds of wellness and self-care opportunities to our staff. It is very important. And we do run the risk. We've lost people to burnout. And so we're very aware of how intense this is. My therapists do not bill 40 hours a week. They bill a set number of hours, and the rest of the hours are available to do follow-up communications, return phone calls, to do charting, to do research, to reach out to other indicated individuals on that client's chart so they can connect with people to make a greater difference in that child's life. So
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank
That's a
you.
good question.
Follow up from Nate is there an event at the stadium? Can you expand on that, Nate? What are you talking about there, buddy?
Mhm.
Yeah, Carol mentioned there's a special event at the CSU Stadium at the end of the month there, and I just was curious what it is and if we can buy tickets or sponsorships and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I will share everything as soon as we're ready to cut it loose, because CSU is still holding its breath saying, well, we think you can still have it. And so I'm hoping they'll say you can have it and you can double the number of people you can accommodate. But we're looking forward to hosting our annual Black and White event at the CSU Stadium. We're going to be on the New Belgium porch. So instead of a really formal, fussy, frou-frou kind of gala, it's going to be more of a summertime garden party, much more relaxed. We'll have all kinds of garden party games and stuff like that, but heavy hors d'oeuvres instead of a formal sit-down dinner. Great music. We've hired a great local band who's really entertaining. We have an extensive silent auction that will be available a few weeks before the event. If you can't come to the event, but you'd still like to participate, there's an online silent auction and a live auction. So we have putting the finishing touches on a firehouse dinner at one of the firehouse stations, the fire chief, where you and 5 of your best friends can enjoy a catered dinner inside the firehouse with all the firemen and ride a fire truck and, you know, kind of live it up in the firehouse. So we have all kinds of really fun things like that, but that's going to be on June 25th. And we have a luncheon in September that we're really looking forward to. And the minute that contract is signed, I will announce it to this group because it's something you won't want to miss. Our annual Trivia Bowl is scheduled for the end of October. It's second floor of the Rio. It'll be our 12th annual Trivia Bowl. It's a cutthroat trivia competition. Yeah, the smack talk is just shocking. So, but it's a load of fun, and 100% of the proceeds go directly to pay for therapy for a child.
Awesome. Thanks, Nate. And thanks for the detail on that, Carol. Another question is, how many clients do you currently have? Are you guys at capacity? You know, like I kind of was thinking the same thing, Deb. So thanks for bringing that up. Are you guys able to grow, or just because of how important this need is?
Yeah.
What does that kind of look like for you?
So we completed last year 18% ahead of 2019 with almost 1,000 clients. So if you think about that, and on average, a client will have 40 weekly sessions. Right now, at the close of the first quarter of this year, we're 56% ahead of where we were first quarter 2020. So that's well before the shutdown, well before, you know, we had to do things remotely. But yeah, we're holding our breath right now. We're trying to determine if we need to bring on additional therapists, just because the demand is, they're breaking our doors down trying to get help. So we're finding ways to accommodate. Really exciting news. The addition of those 3 therapists eliminated our 34-year waiting list. We've always had a waiting list with anyone from 1 to 8 people waiting to get in for therapy. And we've eliminated that. Everybody who calls gets in for intake right away. And if they're appropriate for what we do, they get into therapy immediately. So yeah, it was a real heartbreaker looking at that waiting list, knowing that, you know, parents were at the end of their wits' end, and some kids are so traumatized they come to us unable to speak. So imagine that. So they're not in school, they're not having any kind of normal life. And that's our goal, to get them back to life and get them back to what normal should be for them, attending school and learning how to cope every step of the way. So, and we've got, after 35 years, we've got some success stories that would just knock you out. Kids who not only went back to school and graduated high school and went on to college and got master's degrees, have got married, have families of their own, and come back to us to tell us about how wonderful things are going for their family. And I'm never prepared for people meeting me in public saying that, oh, I was a client of ChildSafe. You saved my life. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't gone to ChildSafe, which is incredible. We are tracking suicidology. And in 2019, 57% of the clients who came to us had active suicidal ideation. They either had a failed attempt, they had a plan, they were determined to carry something out. We lost no one. Essentially, we averted 487 probable suicides in that year, that 1 year. So we're trying to stay on top of that so we can not just be mindful, but help people to understand earlier how to recognize when there's a cry for help, or when behaviors aren't adding up and you might need to pursue help.
Awesome, thank you. We have about 1 or 2 minutes left, guys. Does any other questions, anything else you guys want to pop into the chat that we can touch on? Going once, going twice. Alrighty, well, we do have some good shout outs. So, you know, Blake said, you know, appreciate what you do, appreciate ChildSafe. Lindy, thank you for your fantastic shout out, appreciate that. Thank you to everybody who put questions in the chat. So if you want to follow up with Carol, her contact is in the chat. So if you have questions for her, you can email her directly on there. So really with that, we're coming up at 10 o'clock. So the last thing for us to do, guys, is for us to, you know, put up our red carpet spirit fingers and give Carol a big thank you. So thank you, red carpet. Thank you, Carol, for presenting. Thank you to our guests for coming today. Appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Starting next week, we will be doing a day of networking, and then we also have some more business spotlights, so keep an eye out for that. And then we will be then opening up into our April monthly meeting. So keep an eye out for the agenda. I will send that out when that is confirmed and everything is taken care of. With that, we're at 10 o'clock, guys. I'll let you guys get back to your day. If I don't talk to you before next week, I will see you guys all next week. So thank you again for coming out to Red Carpet, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great one.
Thanks, Richard. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Carol. Awesome
you.
presentation.
Thank
Awesome
you.
company.
Thank you.
Feeling good, Carol?
Oh my gosh, my heart is racing. I feel like my heart's going to explode. I was so nervous.
You did great. You did great.
Thanks.
So you received a social media post. So we did some links to ChildSafe through the Facebook page, and then your presentation. So the tour of the website was recorded. Okay. So that'll go on our YouTube channel, stuff like that. So we'll do some marketing pushes for you there.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help too.
Yeah, you got it. Is there any questions you have for me? Anything I can do for you?
No, I just need to seek out some oxygen.
No, take the rest of the day off.
Yeah, I wish. So take good care, Chad. Thank you so much.
You too, Carol. Thanks again.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Hey, Larry, do you want to stick on with me for a couple minutes? We can talk about our monthly meeting.
Yeah, I had a question about how we're going to do that next week. We're just going to meet there and then stay for the extra hour?
So yeah, if you guys want to, we can.
Well, I wouldn't want to miss the networking piece of this program.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we want to try to have steering committee come to the chamber in person. We're going to provide some coffee and some snacks. And then from there, you guys if you're able to stay the hour for the actual presentation or the red carpet event, great. You guys can just hang out on one of our computers. But we'll kind of play with that. What we are actually going to be talking about, Larry, is we're strategizing how to bring red carpet back to in person.
Yeah, okay.
So that's kind of part of the reason why we wanted you guys in person with us.
Okay.
So.
All right, that's fine. I can do that. I don't know. I didn't mean to be abrupt last time we had that meeting as a group, but and it's okay. Whatever we decide to do with the one that wants to be back on the.
Oh no! As Kim and I are in agreement with you. We've already decided.
Okay.
We're not. Yeah.
So it's not that I don't like him. He's fine, except that we had rules, and we have those rules, so you get some new blood. That's all this is. It's nothing
no, and everybody's in agreement with that. So.
Well, you know me, I get mouthy pretty quickly, and I shouldn't do that. But
no, you should. Because you have good ideas and good opinions. So no, we appreciate it. You and I are similar in that respect. We're not afraid to. Oh wait, yeah, that's true. Hang on. There you go.
Okay, well that's all great. But he could do a good job on that retention committee. He really could.
Yeah, and that's kind of our thought on it too. So, but hey, did you have a good birthday, by the way?
Yeah, I did have a good birthday. I did those vaccine shots every day. Today's the first day I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because you're
volunteering. After 7 days of doing it or 8 days all at the same time, you're kind of tired of it.
Yeah.
I forgot how you people are that have to work.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, I remember this. It's nice to be retired.
Yeah, and then I changed rotaries. I decided to join the Rotary in Loveland because it's smaller and it's 3 minutes instead of 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And their food's all homemade by some caterer in Windsor. And and they meet live. I've been on a Zoom one forever. And they don't meet. I think they had their first Marriott lunch on Tuesday. I didn't go because I was doing my vaccine, but I went last week to this other. It's done at a church downtown Loveland, and some caterer lady from Windsor, and she does a great job every week. So I decided, and it's smaller, more blue collar instead of white collar retired. Look at me, I shit don't stink kind of people,
Yeah.
You know those kind of people. You've been around them.
Yeah, there's plenty of them in red carpet. So
I do know that, including Brian. Oh my gosh, Brian makes me hurt my head.
the business coach.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
we've
he's
yeah,
over the top.
yeah, we've had issues with him. So
I know you'd have. That's okay. You've had issues with all of us.
that's not true. Just some of you.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's good. You're looking good. You're looking happy. I think you know what you're doing and you don't have Jessica trying to throw you to the curb. So
Yeah,
that's
she
all
was
good.
a little self-serving. I mean, we've talked about that before. She
Yeah, yeah.
wasn't.
So I think you're doing good, and your new lady, whoever she is pretty nice.
So Kate, so our intern,
Yeah.
so she's gone. She ended up getting a job down in
she did.
Aurora.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. We're happy for her.
You can make me your intern, and I won't charge you.
Technically you are, and technically you still are our intern.
Yes, I know it.
You know, we just haven't been able to do anything yet.
That's all. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I'm ready to meet in person. I really am. I'm just and all the people I gave shots to last week were very grateful for all those people who don't want the shot for whatever unknown reason they have, and reasons are your own, but so are mortuaries their own. That's what I tell them when they tell me. I say, well, mortuaries are in business. They're ready for you.